Now for something completely different. Okay, that was the wonderful sound there of the Irish Video Game Orchestra, and that was a track called Super Mario. Well, listen, I am joined on the line by Sorcha Carlin, who is the orchestra leader with the Irish Video Game Orchestra. What a beautiful track, first of all. It's absolutely gorgeous. Very epic.
Thank you, Eileen.
I'm feeling very epic this morning listening to it. My goodness, I feel like I'm somewhere not here in the station. It's quite glamorous here in the station, but I feel like I'm in somewhere even more. I'm kind of transported to somewhere even more glamorous.
Yeah, that was from Super Mario Galaxy, so it's actually set in space.
Oh, God, I better not be going there. I better not be. I'm not allowed to go to space during my show. I've been told off for that. I have to. They nearly tie me into the chair here, Sorcha, to be honest.
Keep it grounded.
I have to keep myself grounded, yes, indeed. But that was absolutely gorgeous. Really kind of lush sound, wasn't it? Beautiful, beautiful. So you're the orchestra leader. So what do you have to do?
Okay, well, traditional orchestras, would have a string player as the leader. So basically, you're the one who kind of stands up and gets everyone to tune up at the start of a concert, and it's kind of just a traditional role, really. But we would take, sectionals, different groups of instruments that go off and practice their parts individually and come back together. So if you're a section leader, you will take that whole section then. It's a privilege to be to have that role, and as well as that, we kind of are a part. We're formed as a part of a committee, so there's loads of different people in the orchestra, from drummers to double bassists and trumpet players who'll be doing a lot of the organisational stuff, and it's great to have that kind of culture around it. It's not one person at the top. We're all kind of helping each other out to keep it going.
Right, it sounds so. Do you have a conductor?
We do. So we actually, during the year, we'll have David, our trumpet player, and Keith, our flute player, will take turns kind of rehearsing as conductor. But then come concert time, they want to play their instruments.
Right.
So we have Robert Martin, who was our original conductor and one of our founding members as well. He'll fly back over from LA. He's off living in LA, being a glamorous conductor over there. He'll fly back over to do our concerts with us. So he's back, I think, today in the country. You'll have to get up and see him. So we're very excited to get the gang back together,
Right, okay. So it's a really interesting sounding orchestra. Oh my God, the Irish Video Game Orchestra. And you're actually from the city here, Sorcha.
Yeah, I'm a Derry girl, but we're based in Belfast because a lot of us were uni students when we started, so it was easy to kind of keep together, and a lot of us were music students as well. So some of us would be amateur players who maybe just wanted to keep up their instrument. Maybe they only have a grade 4 or 5, and they just kind of fancy playing the fiddle once a week, or maybe they've done a degree like myself. I've done a degree in music and, need that outlet regardless of what else you're doing nowadays, you know what I mean? So I think it's something we all really value, and it's something I'm very keen to bring to the West as well. So hopefully we'll get a Derry tour sorted soon. But for now, we're going to be playing in Coleraine this Saturday at the Riverside Theatre. So if anybody is free on Saturday evening at 8 p.m. and they want to get their kids into the music, this is the perfect way to do it, because there's no better way whenever, yourself, when they're about 10 or 12, you can't talk to them they're playing Fortnite or Overwatch or whatever it is, but this is the perfect opportunity to get them involved then and bring them along to a concert venue. Otherwise, you would never get them to go along to Beethoven, but they'll come and see Super Mario,
Right, that's clever. It is clever too, because I suppose a lot of parents now will be trying to they nearly almost need to get their phones surgically removed from their children, because they're so nearly stuck to them, But I mean that is a good way of kind of sneaking them into getting away from them to a degree, is going to something so wonderful like this. And I mean, so the orchestra, now the Irish Video Game Orchestra, I know you have your own Facebook page and everything too, so people can check that out and check out, the various gigs and things that are that are up and coming there. Yeah. But I mean, so it's going since 2015. And who came up with this idea for a video game orchestra?
Well, initially it was Robert Martin, our American conductor. So he was doing part of his postgraduate studies was to put some kind of event together, I think. So I went along to the first rehearsal. He kind of just put out an email to see who would be interested. I came along to the first rehearsal and I've been involved ever since. I've pulled in other people, and everybody kind of gets involved in getting new members in as well. That's the other really lovely thing about us, is that we're not elitist in our taking in people. We really want to encourage people who wouldn't be as confident in their instruments to get out there and play, because a lot of us are working full time as well, and you really miss it. And it's something that people don't actually acknowledge in themselves whenever they've been playing. Maybe they were forced to do their grades and didn't really enjoy it, but they grew up with it, you know what I mean? And they've given up that part of themselves, and that's something that I would be very passionate about, is encouraging people no matter what age. We've ages from 17 into their 30s in the orchestra, playing all sorts of instruments, and, we work around everybody's work schedules or whatever. But we're always keen to get new players in. So if anybody is interested in joining us as well, feel free to contact us on our Facebook page, Irish Video Game Orchestra, or IVGO at gmail.com.
Okay, fantastic stuff. Come here, where do you practice? Where do you guys practice normally?
Well, for years we were based at the SU at Queen's, but recently we've had to kind of move ourselves because a lot of us aren't Queen's students anymore. We've had to, move around the place. So we've had luck with a community centre down at the markets. They've been very good to us. But we're always on the lookout for, available spaces, and as well as that, just for concert venues who are interested in having us as well.
Right. Okay. So you're based up in Belfast, and that's where you kind of do your practicing and stuff like that. And I suppose the group then is a whole mixture of different people, music lovers. Would there be a lot of gamers there as well in the orchestra?
I'd say we're 90% gamers.
No
for
way,
sure.
really?
I think that's part of the glue that holds us together. Because we're all obsessed. We grew up with games. We're all, as I said, between 17 and 30, so we've known no different. You know what I mean? And it's a part of us and who we are. So I think it's important to represent it. And so what really keeps me passionate about it is that we get to kind of contribute our own ideas as to what we play next. So I get to play my favourite songs and things that bring the most nostalgia to me. Like, I keep pushing for Sonic because that was the first game that really took me. That was Sega Mega Drive. I think that was 30 years old.
The funny thing is, you see Sonic, whenever I was looking at this thing about the video game orchestra, I was just thinking, God, I remember, what actually struck me was I can remember the Sonic, Sonic the Hedgehog thing.
Yeah.
And I was just going, oh my God, that I played that game so much. My whole life nearly disappeared, to the effect that I've actually don't play games now at all because of Sonic. Do you know how bad I was? I swear I used to remember I'd be kind of going out with my friends at night, and I'd be in the taxi, and I was actually going into Sonic mode, thinking I was nearly the Sonic, and then I'd be going to sleep at night, and I'd have the head down the pillow, and I would actually be nearly imagining I was Sonic going through the walls. It just kind of took me over. I swear it was bizarre. And then I discovered they'd secret tunnels and all sorts of stuff. Oh my God. I mean, someone would look, my mum would come in and she'd go, Eileen, what time is it now? And like hours would pass and you'd be still sitting there. You'd think you were only in there for 10, 15 minutes, and then like hours later, so I just couldn't hack it, So that was you. You were got by Sonic the Hedgehog.
I don't know why you're putting that in the past tense. That's me now.
Seriously.
We're all really big gamers, like the ones out now. Like, anybody who knows me knows I'm obsessed with Overwatch. I'll be playing Overwatch every day of the week.
Oh God.
But that's the thing. Like, that's how kids are raised now. You know what I mean? I don't know if parents could cope if their kids weren't playing the games all the time. You know what I mean? So it's a good opportunity if you want to get them out of the house. Take them to Riverside on Saturday.
And take yourself out of the house too, I suppose.
Exactly. And you know what? See, if you're a parent in your 30s or early 40s, you'll know some of these games. Like we're playing. If you're a 90s kid, Pokemon, it's a big one, stands out, and it gives everybody that warm, fuzzy feeling, and we're playing Studio Ghibli, which is a whole suite from Studio Ghibli, which are the anime series, and they're just beautiful music, really, really lovely scenes out of that one. And we're playing things like Metal Gear Solid and stuff like that. So there'll be a lot for everybody to kind of take from it.
It sounds absolutely beautiful now, really. Is there any kind of visual backdrop to this?
There is. We've got videos to go along with each of the pieces. And we've got our own big banners, and there's lights and everything. So I think it's a full package deal.
Right, it sounds absolutely brilliant, and it really does sound, and it's a really quirky, kind of unusual event. So that's taking place now in Coleraine in the Riverside Theatre this Saturday at 8 o'clock, and you reckon it'll probably be over around 10, so it's not too late. A finish for people who want to bring kids there. But it sounds absolutely fascinating. I'm sure some of the people in the orchestra, then some of the musicians, some of them probably write music for video games. I'm guessing, do they?
Well, we kind of adapt our own. We write our own scores because we've got a particular kind of arrangement to work with. We have certain instruments, and we don't have certain other instruments, so you can't exactly, just take the scores that are out there. And as well as that, we're catering to all the abilities within the orchestra. So we do have to rewrite all the scores ourselves for the music. For whatever game it is. So there's a team of us arranging the music ourselves, and it's quite a lot of work, so it'll be great if everybody shows up to appreciate it. So we're doing well.
You're doing well. Well, it sounds absolutely wonderful. And come here, I wish you all the very best with that. Lovely chatting to you today, Sorcha. And hopefully we'll get another chat with you sometime very soon, okay?
Hopefully. Thanks, Eileen.
All right, I'm just going to play now, after you go now, I'm going to play Snake Eater. Do you want to tell us a little bit about Snake Eater?
Snake Eater is the kind of epic James Bond-esque song at the end of Metal Gear 3. And it's one that will stick out to anyone who's played that game. It's really well known, and it lives outside of the game, if you know what I mean. It's that good a tune. So go ahead.
Oh my God! Right, so I'm getting scared now to play this anyway, because I am just remembering my Sonic Hedgehog days. Oh my God! Well, come here, lovely chatting to you, and I'm going to play a little bit of Snake Eater now. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.